This is the first time I speak to you, to other communities, so yeah, I'm nervous too. So please forgive me if I make any mistake. Okay, so today I would like to share with you about the story of a very young community in Vietnam. And yeah, before we start, let me introduce myself. I'm Anh. You can call me Anh. I'm the leader of the AWS Vietnam user group, and I'm running a company partner of AWS. Okay, so today I'm going to share with you the story of our community, about the challenges we had, and some achievement we have made, and future plans. Okay, so let's start. Our community was founded on July 2016, and at that time, do you know why we created the user group? It's because on April that year, I come to Singapore to join the AWS Summit, and at that summit, I met several members of other user group, and they asked me, do you have someone go with you in the user group? And I asked them, oh, what is user group? Yeah, and then they explained to me what the user group was, and after coming back, I gathered my friends, some certified AWS guys, and together we found the group. And our first mission was to create a group, just a group, for people with common interest in AWS. And right after that, just after 1 month, we decided to create the very first meetup. And can you guess the result? Only 3 participants. Yeah, it is totally a failure. And you know what? This is a lesson for us, for the organizer. On the very first days of founding the group, we knew that we need to change. We need to have a team. Yeah, and so that instead of organizing the next meetup, we stopped and started to build a team. We gather some certified AWS solution architect, SysOps developer, and we have those 2 community builders. One is me, and have several translators, because most of IT guys in Vietnam use Vietnamese, and some of them are lazy. They don't want to read English. So we built a team first before doing anything next. And this is the team, and this is the core team. Now we are expanded, but this is the core team from the beginning. And you know what? After forming a good team, and we have a better plan on how to organize the event, how to find sponsor, to figure out the speaker and the content. Yeah, we go to and we decided to organize the next meetup a month after, and now the result got better. As you can see, on our second meetup, we talk about auto-scaling architecture and high availability. 62 participated. And the next one, another example, we talk about load balancer. At that time, we were lucky to invite an engineer who worked in AWS AWS US team, in DDoS team, messaging team, and EC2 team. And at that time as well, AWS released the application load balancer, and it was so successful for us to hold that meetup. 80 people participated, and you know what? After that, we organized many other meetups, but I think the most successful is this one. We name it Cloud Solution Day, a full day with all talk about the solutions on the cloud. More than 300 people participated, and we have 8 sections with different speakers in different fields, but everything is was focused on AWS. And with this meetup, we organized in another city, not our like common city. So as you can see, after founding the organizer team, things like meetup was going well. But other than that, what do we have? We create channels for different purposes. Different channels. for the most frequent and concerned topics and discussion on real-life use cases, we have a Facebook group for people to discuss, to post the question, and everyone can join and contribute the answer or suggestion. And we use Facebook group for event announcement as well. You know, we have an adventure team, just let me call it. It is a group of certified AWS guys, and they are always online on Skype or on Slack. Not all of them, but at least one time, at least one guys will be available for quick consultant and Q&A and for hot support. And yeah, those channels still working well. You may ask me why we have to create two channels. Is it because in Vietnam, the way of communication is various. Some use Skype, some use Slack. And we cannot persuade someone from Skype to move to Slack. That's why we create different channels. And other than channels, we have the meetup.com website. We try to migrate the community from Facebook group to meetup.com website, but I think we failed because in Vietnam people is not used to use the meetup.com, but it's still run. And we have a slide share to store all the slides after each meetup for people to review, to comment. Okay, that's what we do. And now about some challenges we have been facing with. The first challenge is the language barrier. You see, most of members in our community are Vietnamese, and not all of them can read, can write, can understand English efficiently. That's why we need translation, and that's why we create a translation team. As you can see, in the left, it is the English content, and on the right side, it is the translated content. It is easier for people to read, to understand, and for someone who want to figure out, who want to find more information, they can go further with the link. Yeah, the first challenge is language, and I guess most of you will have the same challenge. And another thing, and which is the biggest challenge for us, that is this is the shape of our country. And three major cities, Hanoi, Da Nang, and Ho Chi Minh City, with most of the IT companies located there. And we have three different cities divided with each other, and we have to run meetup on all those cities. I tried to persuade people on those cities to create their own user group to run it, but they didn't do that. So we create sub-organizer team based on local, and we create only one single channel for organizer to synchronize everything there. And by that way, we can control everything in three different cities. That's why the frequency of organizing meetup of us is quite high, about one meetup per month in different cities. Sometimes we don't need to travel there because we have sub-teams there to take care of everything, and that's still going well. And another challenge, I think this is a common one as well. It is about the speaker and content. At first, we have to speak by ourselves. Yeah. And after several meetups, whenever people see my face, they say, "Oh, that guy again? Do you have anything new?" Yeah, of course, I have new information for you, but I'm not new to you. That's the challenge. It was so difficult at the beginning, but after making connection with AWS and other supporter in AWS team in Singapore, they sent us some evangelists, some SA, and even some cloud guru from AWS to talk with us and to share with the community. Besides, we connected with some big firms in Vietnam who have been working with AWS and have a showcase or study or lesson learned, and invite them to share their real use cases. It is much helpful for people. Yeah, so those are our challenges that we have to face and we are trying to deal with. I believe that there will be more challenges in the future, but we are ready for that. Talk about some achievement that we have made. I guess this one will make you surprised. When I come here from yesterday and I talk to other community leader, and they talk about years of running the community, like 5 years with Singapore, 5 or 7, I don't quite remember, sorry Kai. And for other country, 4 years, 3 years, it counted by years, but for us, just by month. Yeah, we are just 15 months old. We are very young. And the good news is that we're still alive. Okay, yeah, and the next achievement that we made, it is the speed of growing of the community. After the first 3 months, we reached 1,000 members. After 6 months, it is 2,000. And 1 year, it is 4,000. The reason why, because actually in Vietnam, people are using AWS very frequently. Many firms are using that, and freelancers set up, but no one ever created the community for them to join. And when we create that, they enjoy quickly. That's why the speed is quite high. And up to now, it is 4,800 members, and I believe it's still growing. Yeah, and the next thing, we organized 9 meetups in 3 cities. In this slide, I don't list some private meetup because for some big firm, they send the invitation only for the attendee because they want to keep the information private and not public. So those are public meetup. We talk about, the topic is various. We talk about HA system, best practice for architecture, migration or load balancing, or even Lambda serverless and light sail. And we even organize some day. It's not as big as that day, but it's the day for developer to get to know with AWS and get some hands-on experience. Yeah, and the last thing, I think it is a bit familiar with the career group. That is, we touch the education field. The career user group, they have a support team for university. So do we have. And we also create a very first cloud computing course for university. And now they are training for students. It means that in the past, when if some student wanted to learn about the cloud, they had to learn on the internet, on the website or on the other services. It is not in the curriculum of the university yet, but now it is available. Anyone joining this university can learn that course. This university, they are training on the cloud, university on the cloud. It means that students don't have to come to the class. They can learn remotely, and the university has a team of mentors to support them. And our team, organizer team, we also send our mentors to that university. I mean, not physically send, but just register some slot to help the student. And it is working well. And yeah, that is some our achievements. Now let's talk about the future plan. You see, even though our user group is growing, but we see that it doesn't have enough fun yet. When joining a user group, people are looking for fun, for some benefit, what they can learn, what they can earn, and that's our mission to make it a better place, more funny place. And that's why we are going to create some contests. For example, we are writing, our organizer at my country is writing a contest for doing a very quick experiment on AWS, and who win will receive actually 10 slots for winners to receive a promo code from AWS. Another thing, we are going to create a hackathon on AWS. That's our plan. And if you remember from the first day, we had only one mission to create a group, that's all. But now, the mission is different. Actually, we have 4 missions. The first, we support individuals on their journey to cloud by supporting channel. The second, we support startup and business on AWS. You know, in Vietnam, a lot of startup, they are emerging with very high speed. And that would be good for them if they can receive some support on help designing the architecture, some support on credit from AWS, and we are helping them on that way. The other thing, we keep organizing public meetup to share with people about real-life use cases, so that after each event they can learn something or they can apply something to their work, to their company. And the last thing we are going to do, not doing now, is to create the quick courses for helping people to train the certification of AWS. We are not going to do a public firm of training, but we will have people by public class, online or offline. We are thinking, but we will do that. And another plan about education. As you can see, we create the very first fundamental cloud course for university. And our plan is to create other courses following that. For example, after fundamental, what do you want to do with the cloud career? Okay, if you care about solution architect, join this course. If you care about SysOps, join that course, for example. So at least 3 courses we are going to create in the next year. And this is in the scope of local in Vietnam. For the region level, we want to create some joint event with other user group, because we are still young and we don't have any actually we don't have much interaction with other user group. So we really want to join together to create the joint event. It can be online, it can be offline, but it would be great if we can share knowledge each other across the border. Another thing, as I said, speaker, some can be good, but if he appears too frequently, people will get bored. That's why we should exchange the speaker. For example, I'm new to your community and you are new to my community, we can exchange. And the last thing, we really want to share with you and to be listening to you about the idea for regional community development, because we know that if we go alone, we can go fast with our community. But if we want to go further, go deeper, and to be expert with cloud, we should go together and exchange. So that's the idea. We should exchange and discuss together to grow the regional community. So I think I finished my presentation here. The conclusion is that we are very young, but we are ambitious, enthusiastic community. Happy to be part of the APAC community. And you are welcome to join us anytime. Thank you.